So let's feed some spiders. There we go, and I'm gonna feed some scorpions later on as well. However, this is the Lasiodora striatipes right there. And this cricket was just a small snack for her. I actually think that I'm gonna feed her a mouse now afterwards too, but I'm probably gonna remove her from her tank then and put it in a box. Let's see. So I just moved her into this bin, which makes the whole feeding process a bit easier. Oh, there we go. Yeah, she is always in for a special treat. She is a good eater in general, but she really gets crazy with the mice. I fed her a few already, and she's always on them the second I throw them in. Very impressive, and see how she has a really good grip on it. It always amazes me with the tarantulas how they are able to instinctively grab the mouse by the head and kill it right away, even though they are completely blind. You need to keep in mind that these spiders, even though they have 8 eyes, their actual eyesight is very limited, okay? They can only see the difference between day and night with their eyes and don't make out anything else, pretty much. But look at that mouse is already done. Very impressive. And as you probably can tell already, I don't show too often on my channel when I feed the rodents to the invertebrates. Not that I don't like filming it as well, but I just don't do it too often. Because if I were to give her a mouse every time that it is feeding day, she would be pretty much overfed right away. You know, she's gonna be saturated for at least 1 or 2 months, believe it or not. This is gonna be a huge meal for her, and she's gonna, you know, suck up all the nutrients and things she needs from that prey item, and afterwards I will have to clean it up, which is again also the reason I moved her into this bin. Last time I fed her a mouse, it was very difficult getting to clean out the remains of the decomposing mouse, and it was stinking quite horribly. So again, this time I'm going to feed it in the bin where I can clean it up right away and put her back into her home. You know, the thing is, the spiders, obviously they don't swallow the mouse like the snakes do. They have a very tiny mouth and they can only eat liquefied things, you know. So she will dissolve that mouse from the inside and then suck it out, basically. Oh, come on. This is the Grammostola pulchripes. Ooh, oh, there we go. Very nice. This is commonly called the golden knee tarantula. And she actually looks like she maybe wants to take a mouse as well. I have 1 mouse left. Both of the mice I still had left were from feeding the snakes yesterday. So let's see if she likes to have that last mouse. Ooh, there we go. She definitely does. Look at that, and she has a nice, good grip on that rodent too, where it can't reach her. Very nice. Oh, and she's trying to kick her hairs against me, probably. That's also a little defensive mechanism the New World tarantulas have, of course, but I think she calmed down now. I guess she didn't like to be filmed while hunting such a big prey item in the moment. But that mouse is pretty much already done now, see? Yeah, these tarantulas, they have no problem taking out a mouse that may even be the same size or even maybe a bit larger than them. The venom is gonna do the rest. We need to keep in mind that in the wild they hunt all kinds of smaller invertebrates for the most part, but also small lizards and frogs, and definitely also small rodents if one happens to, you know, pass by the burrow of such a spider. Very nice, look at that. She's gonna enjoy that one for sure. So now we can have a closer look again. Look at that. Very nice. And this is another tip that I can give you. If you have a pet tarantula and you need to go on vacation, you can just give it a mouse, and you can be certain that they won't be hungry for quite a while. Obviously, I never go on vacation because I have all the snacks to take care of. So let's see here. This is the Acanthoscurria chacoana. Ooh. Yeah, she's hungry for sure. She always is, actually. The Acanthoscurria spiders, they always deliver. As you probably know already if you have some experience with tarantulas. Very nice. So I think I'm gonna wait and feature another one. There we go. See that? She just grabbed the other cricket. The tarantulas, they can actually eat several crickets at once. I've once seen a spider eat 4 at the same time. But I think that's quite rare actually. But they can definitely take 2. So this is another Acanthoscurria. However, this is the also very well known Acanthoscurria geniculata. And they are commonly called the white knee tarantula, if I remember correctly. Again, I'm not too keen on the common names. Oh, there we go. And she takes the second one as well. Let's see. Yeah, she definitely has both in her mouth. Not sure if you can see it. Oh, that was a nice little jump from the Nhandu coloratovillosus. Yeah, she's a really good eater. She's gonna take a second one. Come on. Ooh. I think she got it. And she's looking a little bit chunky already. Even though she did do a mold recently. Usually that kind of slims them down, but she's still very fat looking. Boom. Yeah, this is another Nhandu species, the Nhandu tripepii. Also very hungry spiders. And all the Nhandu species originate pretty much exclusively from Brazil. One of my favorite tarantula genuses, as I mentioned in quite a few other invert feeding videos already, I think. But again, I really do think that they are kind of something special with their very energetic feeding response always. So this is my male Nhandu chromatus. There we go. One of the very few male tarantulas that I have, and he is a pretty old little guy. Not too sure how long he is gonna stay with me. As you maybe know already, with the tarantulas, the females gonna live very long, up to 20 years or even more, but the males have a very limited lifespan, sadly. And next up is going to be the Pseudhapalopus sp blue, or species blue. This is not a officially described species of spider. It's a, there we go. It's a dwarf tarantula. You can kind of see just how tiny she is compared to the other spiders. And again, this is not a officially described species yet, but I'm sure it's gonna happen within the next few years. They look very unique, as you can see with that blue abdomen. Very pretty spider. And look, there's a mold in there that I can clean out. Very nice. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, this is of course the Brachypelma boemei, the Mexican fire leg tarantula. Of course, of that species, it's very easy to remember the common name. As it is quite fitting with that nice bright red or kind of orange legs they have, with the nice contrast on the kind of black parts. Just such a pretty spider, I can't get enough of her. Boom. Yeah, that's another very food aggressive species of tarantula that I can recommend for sure. The Lasiodora parahybana. So let's see if she likes to take another one. She definitely is gonna, yeah, see. Look at that. And this is a very young individual. She will have plenty of growing still to do. The Lasiodora parahybana do grow to be some of the largest of all tarantula species. Not as big as the Terraphosa, for example, but they do get there in size. Maybe a few centimeters less in overall leg span, but still a very impressive species, and they grow very, very quickly, which also makes them kind of fun to keep. And you can kind of see the development in the specimen. So this is one of my personal favorites right here. It's of course always hard to pick favorites with your own animals, you know, but I think if I have to really pick one tarantula that I love the most or like the best, just visually at least, it probably has to be the Brachypelma klaasi. Always was one of my dream species. So, she's gonna hunt it down. Ooh, there we go. This is the Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens. Look how pretty she is, huh? Bright blue tarantula right there, with a nice orange hairs on the back as well. Very interesting color combination for sure. Ooh. Always a good feeding response from her too. Another bright blue spider. Look at that. I already said that I like the Brachypelma klaasi best, but of course these blue tarantulas, they come in pretty close when it comes to my personal favorites. And I had this individual spider now for I don't even know how many years. I just love her. He is definitely very hungry. Look at that. He's already munching on that cricket. Yeah, look at that. It's Heterometrus, Heterometrus petersi. Or Heterometrus silenus. I think it's the same. And let's continue with some booted scorpions. Always fun feeding them. Ooh, the cricket is gonna run right into him. There we go. This is a deathstalker right there. Not the most common species of deathstalker, but certainly a very interesting looking one as well. This is the Leiurus lybicus to be exact. And I have actually never seen anyone else who has kept this scorpion here on YouTube. Not saying that I'm the only one, but there are more. So he's gonna wanna take it from the tweezers. Very nice. This is of course the Hadrurus pallidus, species of scorpion that I showed on the channel many times before, and still one of my absolute favorites. With that extra bright coloration, really pale looking as well, like they have almost no pigments at all. Ooh, there we go. Here we got another Hadrurus, but this is the common Arizona hairy scorpion is, or giant hairy scorpion, something like that is the English name, if I remember correctly. And again, this is the more common species, at least compared to the pallidus, which I have actually never seen in any other collection in the past, but again, this species, however, is very commonly kept. So let's give him another one. Ooh, there we go. The Hadrurus, they have a pretty strong feeding response usually, at least if you keep them correctly. With the scorpions, the temperatures does correlate quite a bit with how much they are going to be having an appetite. The spiders, they can be kept at normal room temperature, or at least what's a normal room temperature here in Europe, and are going to be reasonably good eaters, but the scorpions, they are going to need that desert heat, of course. Ooh, he's actually going to eat. Look at that. I had the scorpion for a pretty long time, actually. I'm not even too sure how long I had him, but a few years, actually, at the very least. And the thing is, I never was able to catch him on camera, grabbing the cricket and stinging it, because he was always acting very shy. But it seems like in the last few weeks, he kind of changed his mindset a bit or something. I don't know what happened, but now he is eating on camera with no problem. Very interesting. So I actually think I'm gonna give him a second one too. Oh, I think he did take it. Oh, he stings it. There we go. He's definitely gonna eat it if he stung it. I just waited until he was finished with the first cricket. As you can see, he is a smaller scorpion. This is the Hottentotta buchariensis. I actually forgot to mention, I think. Sadly, very rare species nowadays. Ooh. He is always hungry, and he's locked on already. Full focus. Oh, come on, just walked right past you. This is the Aegaeobuthus gibbosus. Oh, he's gonna get it now. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Also a smaller scorpion species, but you know, of the scorpions, I really don't mind what exact genus or whatever. I like all of the scorpions. So let's see if he's interested in grabbing the cricket from the tweezers. Ooh. I think he... Oh, there we go. Now he got a good grip on it. I thought he was grabbing the moss there for a second. And I'm gonna need to give him water as well. His cage is looking very dry. Gonna change that when he's done feeding. This is a Heterometrus longimanus. Quite a fitting name if you look at these very long pincers. Pretty cool looking scorpion if you ask me. And here we have one of my personal favorites. This is the Hottentotta Franz Werneri. There we go, delivered his sting already. Just such a pretty scorpion with that nice black body and orange legs. And he looks even more beautiful in person. I don't know why, what it is with the camera. It doesn't really seem to pick up just how beautiful he is, if I have to be honest. But also not a species you want to get stung by, of course. Very venomous right there.